So the different loops makes the player's experience quite interactive.
We wanted the music to progress with the player.
Hello, my name is Howie Lee. I'm a music composer and a producer. I make mostly electronic music.
We were looking at the work of different artists at the time of our very first demo when we came across Howie Lee's Natural Disaster. And we immediately thought, wow, that will totally fit with Sifu.
I didn't have any experience previous to working on a video game. I was producing mostly club music.
It was very experimental and we loved it, so we really hoped that it would be okay to join us on the project.
Sifu is a very good fit for my style, which combines traditional elements and some modern electronic stuff. I immediately felt that it's a project that I really want to do.
We started with an overview of the different levels of the game. Then we defined with Howie the tone and variation of tension for each situation that the players will encounter.
The story is about revenge, and I wanted the soundtrack to reflect it. It's kind of dark, it's mostly percussive, with a lot of dub, techno and drum and bass influences, and with like big Chinese percussion sets. For example, I will use a very old and traditional plucked instrument, and then I will add distortion to make sounds darker and have the movement. I use drums to build up the tension, to build up the rhythm that the player can follow up. Composing music for Sifu was very different from composing my normal club tracks. The music is not really based on a timeline, rather you set up vibes for different phases or places inside the game. So the different loops makes the player's experience quite interactive.
We wanted the music to progress with the player. The music integration work was done hand in hand with the level design team.
I wanted to create a sense of space with the music. I made a lot of layers of tensions that evolve into each other's.
The game is split into 5 very distinctive environments with strong artistic identities. We wanted the music to reflect that. Each level of the game is linked to a traditional Chinese element and a core instrument in the soundtrack.
So for example, for the metal ones, when you speak gongs and a gamelan instrument. For the wood, I will use some bamboo flutes. To represent fire, I use some instruments that's kind of making a burning sound. It really does create this whole dimension of the game.
Besides the soundtrack composition and integration, we worked with my team on giving a credible sound environment, such as the ambience noises, destruction sounds, or any sound that the character makes when he moves. We had an unexpected opportunity by working with Benjamin, the Pac-Man master who helped us to design the game. He has an orchestra of traditional percussion instruments for the Lion's Dance, so we asked a professional percussionist to record these drums to use them as a complement in the music, but also in the navigation sound of the game.
I feel there is a lot of that music and martial arts have in common. It's all about how you bring the qi. In Chinese, we call it qi, which means the airflow or the breathing.
It was amazing to work with Howie. I'm glad that he chose us for his very first video game, and I'm very satisfied of the results. I hope players will enjoy it as well.
I'm really happy to be part of the project, and I'm pretty excited that the full original soundtrack will be available for players. It's my biggest music project to date. I hope you will like it.
上。